When you think of a Disney protagonist, I bet what comes to mind is a goody two shoes who will do the right thing no matter what. Characters like that can be fun to watch, but can often feel pretty samey after a while. But there is one Disney protagonist who really breaks the mold. The guy starts out as basically just a jerk, but throughout the movie grows a heart. Hopefully, you all know that I'm talking about Cusco from the Emperor's New Groove. Like I said, Cusco, he's a straight up jerk. He is egotistical, mean, abusive. It is said that he is beloved, but when he is presumed dead, no one cares just 3 minutes after the funeral. He made a lot of enemies and was just an all around bad guy. Cusco reminds me of King John a bit. Both are just such cruel leaders who are childish, don't care about stealing from the people they're supposed to protect, and egotistical. Cusco could have easily been the villain of the film if he wasn't the main character and like Pacha was. The film spends the first 10 minutes of the movie just setting up how much of a bad guy Cusco is. We don't want Cusco to die as Yzma isn't much better than Cusco is, but we also don't want Cusco to continue being emperor, at least the way he has been emperor. So having Cusco turn into a llama is one of the best things that the writers could have done. It works on so many levels, though. One way that it works is that Cusco is taken down a notch and isn't as respected. He has lived all his life being pampered, where he literally thinks it's fine to throw old men out of buildings just to mistreat others because he thinks there's something inherently better about himself, where it justifies all his pampering and his egotisticalness. It reminds me of the feudal days where everyone thought that the kings were chosen by God and that that's the reason they deserve power because God came, God chose them to be king and that means it's all right for them to get all the riches that came along with being king. So, to help with Cusco's redemption, he needs to realize that there is nothing that makes Cusco better than everyone else. Cusco needs to live as a commoner to survive and understand that a peasant is just as much human as Cusco is. The introduction of Yzma is also a great way to help with King Cusco's redemption because we see how similar she is to Cusco. She's egotistical, self centered, doesn't care about others, and the only difference is Yzma is going to kill people. Cusco may be selfish, and he understands that he's egotistical, but he's just a tad bit more merciful. Cusco didn't throw the old man to his death and didn't make sure that Pacha fell. Cusco only left him there. So while Cusco isn't great, he's a bad person, the contrast against Yzma, and that just gives Cusco just the tiniest bit of sympathy from us, the audience, and it lets us know that he isn't the worst person in the room, and makes us know that he could get redeemed because he's not the worst that he could be. Of course, the main reason for Cusco's redemption is Pacha. Unlike Cusco, Pacha is your average goody two shoes protagonist. He does the right thing because it's the right thing, even when it could cost him personally. He has a family and is married to Ida the Owl Lady.
Couldn't see you? Why not?
I don't know.
Well, that's just rude.
Well, he is the emperor. I'm sure he's busy.
No. No, emperor or no emperor, it's called common courtesy.
I mean, come on, he's just an average protagonist. And he would be a fine enough character in his own movie, but in this story, Pacha actually becomes a special character. One whose presence I really like, and I really like watching his journey throughout the film. Because, like I said, Pacha will sacrifice everything for others, while Cusco will take everything from others. Cusco is literally trying to destroy Pacha's home in this film, yet Pacha still wants to help Cusco. And the best part is that Pacha's not trying to help out of some ignorance or that he just has some blind obedience because Cusco is He's royalty, he's emperor, so I'll help him. Pacha is helping Cusco because he wants to try and help Cusco. What I mean by this is the reason Pacha goes to escort Cusco to the castle is not because Pacha wants to help Cusco make the journey. He wants to help Cusco become a better person. Pacha is insistent on his belief that there is good inside of everyone and goes on the journey because he believes there's good inside of Cusco. He struggles through all the hardship because, in the end, Pacha believes that by the end of the journey, Cusco will be a changed man. He will be a better man, even in a tiny way. This is so impactful for Cusco's journey because Cusco has always been pampered but never really cared for. To me, it seemed like much of his ego is just due to him overcompensating for feeling alone. At the start of the movie, Cusco had to make himself his own birthday gift because he knew he probably wouldn't be receiving one from anyone. Whether this is because his servants, they're just servants, they don't care about him, or Yzma just despising him, Cusco had no one in his corner. So the thing that made Cusco have a change of heart is the fact that someone cared about him. Cusco may have not noticed on the trip, but as soon as Pacha seemingly gave up on Cusco, that is when Cusco realized what a good person Pacha was. That peasants can be good, just as good as him. That he isn't all he's meant to be, as he's left there alone in the rain. And that's finally when the Emperor learns some humility. Some humility. That is the Emperor's new groove. But anyways, that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching, and what do you think about The Emperor's New Groove? It's definitely one of the most unique Disney films, but I really enjoyed it and would love to hear what you have to say. For today's trivia, what's the name of Pacha's wife? Don't say Ida the Owl Lady, that's already my joke. I recently took a look at Disney's perfect antagonist, Prince John, and you can check that out in this video. Make sure to subscribe to see future videos discussing all of Disney's wins and all of their failures. Once again, thanks for watching. I have been Fictional Phonetics dressed up as Kuzco, and until the next one, bye. Don't make me throw you out a window. Subscribe.